one of the things that I know you talk a lot about is how to make money in real estate with your license, because a lot of people don't understand there's more than one way to make money
Yeah,
aside from just selling houses.
right. I think that for me when I was getting into before I got into real estate, I really did some research about how many people actually get into it, how many people leave. Like the numbers are astounding, right? So you're talking about 5 years. Um, After 5 years, you're looking at what almost 60 something percent of people leave the real
Oh,
estate industry. So the number is it's really high, right? Of people who really don't stay in. And to me, as an entrepreneur, like I've been an entrepreneur for since I was like 13 years old. So for me, I'm like, how do I look at real estate, right? One, remember we talked earlier about all the loopholes and the things that I
yep.
don't know and the things that my family don't know and the people that I know, they don't know these things, right? So one, just getting that knowledge to me is worth everything, right? To be able to pass
Yep.
anything down to anybody that can help them and their kids, right? Um, so for me, I was looking at all the different angles from an entrepreneur standpoint of how I can make money by one being licensed and two being in a network of other real estate agents.
Right.
So I came up with, like now, like is there's other services that I provide, right? So one of them being aerial photography, right? So
Mhm.
we do drone photography at people's listings, and I have a person that does the video editing and make a commercial out of it, right? So they'll be able to use that on social media. Um, Logos, so any marketing materials that's needed, I have a team that does that as well. Um, we have like landscaping that's needed.
Yeah.
So pretty much like, I guess where I'm going with this is that if I'm an agent, right, and I have this house and this house just is now being put on the market, tenants just came out of that home, like they need to turn that home back around and get that house showable, right, to be able to sell
Yeah.
it. So what we're doing is providing those service to be able to go into that house, do the clean out, do the junk removal, do any painting that's needed, do any carpet cleaning, do any landscaping, right? It's almost like now, then when I got to EXP, probably like a month in, I heard about Curbio, right? So Curbio is the same kind of structure. I guess for me, I'm just doing it more on a local level, right?
Mhm.
And just teaching other people on my team to be thinking outside the box, right? You have things like KV Core that we use, our CRM system.
Yep.
So we have somebody on a team that's becoming an expert in KV Core. Like that is a skill set that can be used because people that do come in, whether they're experienced agents or not, don't want to deal with KV Core, right? They're learning a new CRM when they could just pay somebody to upload all their workflows and everything in there. you know you already have, and I already seen people are already in the business now. They're already charging people to do KV Core, right? So to me, it's like always thinking outside the box of what agents, right, that are actually killing it right now. What do they need? What kind of support do they need? Um, and really, that's all we've been doing. So you have, since I'm already thinking outside the box and I have a team and they're thinking outside the box, so they'll bring new ideas to the table. Um, and that's what we've been doing lately.
Yeah. I think that's awesome, man. Because I mean, a lot of people think about real estate in kind of like a one track mind.
Mm-hmm.
They think you can go out there, get your license, and then the first thing they say is like, go to your sphere of influence, see who wants to sell or buy a house. Well, yeah, some people might not have that luxury of of doing that. I mean, I was kind of in that same place as well when I first started.
Right.
And telling me to hit my sphere up, I'm like, well, my sphere is, because I started when I was 18, so my sphere is, freaking 18
Right.
year olds in college. Like, who's gonna buy a house then? But I mean, there's ways to work around that. But I love how you kind of make it so that everybody kind of in your team and working with you can play to their strength, and then also work in the real estate industry, and then see where that niche that they have kind of takes them
Right.
when it comes to doing, like you said, doing KV core for other agents, right? There's plenty of people doing that, but there's not a lot of people teaching it, right? There's not a lot of people teaching the service side of real estate. But you guys are doing that because because I mean, obviously, it just helps more people. And I think when you're getting into the industry early on, it's very difficult for you to kind of just go out there and try to emulate a top agent, because they could be working very hard and not having the best lifestyle. But I think the way that
Yeah.
you're building it is, it's more lifestyle oriented. And I think newer agents can come in and actually do the thing that they wanted to do, which is build some wealth and have a little fun in the real estate business.